Welcome to North Sports Dynasty. I am 1/5 of your host, Andrew Faubert, aka Foobsy, aka Fooblicious, and all the other fun nicknames that I've been given in my entire life. Joined with me tonight is my other co-host, 2/5 of North Sports Dynasty, 49.9% owner of North Sports Dynasty, who he split between the rest of the other guys there. Host of Restoring the Roar, NFL Edition, NFL College Sports on Let's Talk Football, and everything else. All around good guy, Mr. Alex Loosemore. How the hell are we doing?
Doing well. I'm excited to get into these games tonight. I got to try and finally win a fucking Jeopardy.
Yes, we got Jeopardy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a new one tonight, too. We got Hollywood Squares. Everyone's been like, what in the actual fuck is Hollywood Squares? And no one remembers Hollywood Squares back in the day. Whoopi Goldberg, Gilbert Godfrey, the Anthony Bourdain, and none of that. No, you should go back and check it out. It was a classic. I was like 7 years old when it was on. It was like Trading Spaces back in the day. Except the only Trading Spaces I actually remember back in the day was the housing that my parents traded because we divorced. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, when you first said Hollywood Squares, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you, like, the second you explained it, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. Like,
yeah, Celebrity Squares. Also, we, ladies and gentlemen, are a proudly sponsored family show. Not a family show. Please do not allow your kids to watch it at all. I do not filter myself, and I frankly don't think I ever will. That's the reason why I created North Sports Dynasty. And frankly, other people have come to our platform so that they can have the freedom to say whatever the fuck they want. As loud as they fucking want. Anyways, ZAGNIF Apparel. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. ZAGNIF Apparel.
There we go.
ZAGNIF Apparel, ladies and gentlemen. They got this shirt. They got shoes. They got leggings. They got other t-shirts. They got the
jackets, the champ. Yeah.
That I have somewhere. We'll have to get it. They also have a code there that you can use. It's Foobs15. It's the code word. It gets 15% off selective items. Which one of those items is this? I could not tell you what the actual price would be because now I'm doing conversion from American to Canadian. And then I got to do the whole, like the travel thing where it gets, Sid really makes it so complicated to just buy one fucking card, man. Like, one card and I'm paying half my rent for it. ZAGNIF Apparel. get the code word FOOPS15 there. Speaking also, we're not sponsored, but we do have Squid Rip cards, and I should obviously get his permission to say if we're like associated or whatever with Squid Rip cards. I'm assuming we're allowed to say that, but Squid Rip cards.
I think so, but
Squid Rip cards nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. There's no code word for that. There's only code word for fucking ZAGNIF apparel, ladies and gentlemen. Also, speaking of apparel, to get all the things done before we get into the show, you see what I'm wearing? I am wearing the North Sports Dynasty shirt, which is the only person to wear the shirt on any of the platforms because apparently I'm the only person who likes to wear our apparel. With all the logos on the back, including Restoring the Roar.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, oh,
yeah, you're right on it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. That's sick. Terribly toxic.
Further down. There you go.
Yeah, terribly toxic. Maple Buck.
Yep.
Yeah, and off the boards.
Yep, there you go.
Hey, look at that. I did Hollywood Squares on my back.
I'm leaving that one alone.
Thank you. Yeah, you can get this shirt. Get to any of the people at North Sports Dynasty. That would be myself. That would be Alex. That would be Kyle. That would be Sid. That would be Chris. Chris actually would possibly be joining us tonight because he's got some things that he's got to say. I'm pretty sure. Before we get to what he has to say, I want to get to what all of you have to say. Facebook user says first.
Take a guess.
Is it Scott?
It is.
Hey, Scott! I wish I could say you win a prize. I should have said in a group chat somewhere, like, first comment tonight wins a prize. So then watching it would have been like Ash or something like that, just to really piss him off.
Yep.
Yeah. Johnny says, hey guys, I do center square for the win, Alex, every single time. 675 Merkin. And you should go win a prize for Limbo after showing those logos, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy. Right? Okay. Let's get into what we got here today. We are going to talk about, in order, the playoffs in the NHL. Panthers and Golden Knights? Or is it?
More than it's going to be the Knights.
It's going to be the Knights. But what we really want to talk about is the officiating sucks. And how everybody loves Matthew Tkachuk now. We'll get into, obviously, why. If you're Canadian, it makes sense. If you're not, it might kind of blow over your head, but we'll explain it to you. The NBA playoffs. The Nuggets are bound to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. That's absolutely insane. I did not actually put this in here. I will add this. I just thought about this. Jimmy Butler, too underappreciated. That's one I wanted to get to tonight. Are the Celtics going to come back? It's interesting that we're even having this conversation, but it'd be kind of cool to see a team come down from 3-0 to finally win it. And then,
don't think it's ever happened in the NBA playoffs.
Never. 150-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I saw online, we're going to kind of touch base on it a little bit here, is people are saying, well, who's actually Melo? Is it LaMelo?
Stop it.
Or is it Carmelo?
Stop it. Why are we having this conversation?
Me and Alex are here, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you that it is always and forever will be, no matter how many fucking titles he gets, unless if he wins like 3 titles in a row with Charlotte, we can have that conversation.
No.
But it is Carmelo fucking Anthony, and we will get to that in a bit. The NFL update, DHop is released. We're sure Chris will make an appearance about that. There's been a Creamsicle teaser out there. This is my face right now because I don't want to give anything away. Okay? I don't like them. Anyways, OTA kind of starting right now. So that'll be interesting to see some of the injuries that are starting to pop off. Dynasty Corner, we'll touch a little bit on it, just about a couple of quick tips. And then when everyone starts filing in tonight, because we got a couple of special guests that are going to be popping it in tonight at some point. I told them pop in whenever the hell you want. Listen, I go live on Friday, and I go live for as long as this motherfucker goes. Okay? Ben goes live at 8:30. And I try not to go over Ben. Ben understands, though, if I go a little bit late sometimes, and I apologize. It's just the way it is. Because I got Jeopardy! Sports Edition, and tonight's Categories: we had Super Bowl winners, retired numbers, college logos, team records, head coaches, and NFL Hall of Famers. Obviously, I had to bring that one back because it's a fan favorite. And Hollywood Squares. I can't wait to get into that. But first off, everybody remember to drop a like and a share and a follow, and a share and a follow and a like. And if you like what you see on the screen, and go and tell a friend, hey, and dance with me and sing with me in North Sparks Dynasty. I don't know. All right, so let's get right into it. We got the playoffs going on. The Panthers are the team of Dynasty.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we were on this show, I think 2 weeks ago, and I had dropped the comment, the Florida Panthers remind me of the LA Kings when they won the Stanley Cup from the 8th seed. And Jonathan Quick went on one of the greatest goaltending performances I've ever seen in my entire life. It was Dominic Hasek 2.0. Dominic Hasek was reborn into Jonathan Quick for that playoffs in a Kings jersey. He was that good. The Panthers with Bobrovsky are doing this with Matthew Tkachuk, basically a team that won the President's Trophy and was eliminated in the first round last year. What do you think, Alex? Like, do you think like the Golden Knights or the Stars have any chance?
No.
Sorry,
Kim and Ben and every other Vegas fan. It's gonna be Vegas that plays Florida. Mm-hmm. I think they put up a fight. Florida wins in 6.
Agreed.
But I mean, just Bobrovsky's playing back to his prime in Columbus. Like, he's playing out of his mind. Anytime they need a goal, it's Matthew Tkachuk. He's running away with the Conn Smythe at this point. It's ridiculous.
Go ahead.
I still can't stand him. I hate him with a passion. But it's just, you got to respect how he's playing.
Oh, Matthew Tkachuk? Yeah. And that's why
he's still a dirtbag, but he's playing so well.
The thing is too, is he's a better version of Brad Marchand. You know what I mean? Is we all hate Brad Marchand.
Prime Marchand, yeah.
Yeah, he's a more polished, like better with the rules, I guess you would say. Because Marchand will just slew foot you and take you out of it and all this other stuff. Whereas Matthew Tkachuk is doing the things at the whistle. You know what I mean? Like right up to the moment. And then as soon as he's got to stop, he's done.
Yeah.
And the whole let's go home stuff, those little tiny things like that is what literally drives a team to championships. Is what made the Blues win. That's how the Stars actually won back in '99. It was Mike Modano, and there's another guy on that team too who were like, we are the motherfuckers of this team. And you guys are on the same level as us. So Ben Cornett, though, said no apologies, sir. You the man. Appreciate it, though. I appreciate you, Dan. So
Ben's got jokes tonight.
Man, you imagine, though, if Alex just literally started getting up and dancing? Like, he would be upset because I would be able to clip it. And I think that's one of the things people are scared of now. They're like, oh, shit, Bober's got computer skills now. Uh-oh. You can remind everybody what I've done. And if you want, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a reminder of what we've done from basically January 1st all the way up until when like the season starts, which is like, coming up here in a couple months. But at the end of the year, we are not contractually obligated, but it seems like we are contractually obligated now to do our New Year's like show again with all the, crazy antics and rundowns and stuff, and the award show, obviously, which those will the nominations go out probably in November. I'll do all that again and spend all that time constructing and properly send out email to get half the replies. And then when the advertising goes up for it, then people, oh, hi, me. I would love to be part of this. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
Please get back to me when I send you the emails. And to everybody else, I appreciate you. I'm not a conspiracy, but I think the Tampa Bay Lightning are really disguised as the Florida Panthers right now. I mean, yes, they're two, and it's weird because I agree. Just to the point, like Hagel, Maroon, and Perry were like the goons essentially for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I would take Matthew Tkachuk over all three of those guys.
Yep.
Tkachuk's
scoring like a number 1 right now.
And he's not doing anything flashy. The passing between that team too.
Oh,
like
so damn good.
The Lomberg goal, for crying out loud, was just like what
Yeah.
And I really thought, like, I wanted to, and it's just because I'm broke right now because I did the Faubert all or nothing, and it was on what was that? It was a week ago, the Blue Jays and the Orioles, and I put it all on Blue Jays plus 145 or 147 on minus 1.5 on the Orioles. And they were winning 5-2 until that fucking dude hit the home. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I had a whole like month and a half like ahead. I was like, I just said, fuck it. I was like, why not? I was rolling.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Should have pulled out. Right, honey? No, I'm just kidding. And then Alex, I'm just giving Vegas more whiteboard material. One more thought. I saw someone that looked like Alex on YouTube doing the electric banana at a rave in downtown Edmonton. Pretty cool video. You're going to need to send me that because if it is Alex, that's going to be...
I can tell you right now it's not.
That's fair. Also, speaking of who's not, nobody is a fan of the officiating right now. Just like quick thing. It is getting a little ridiculous on how some of these things are getting called and some of these things aren't. Mm-hmm. And then it's almost as if the referees are like, oh, fine, we'll make an emphasis on what we missed for you and then go to the... I'm done. I'm done with the officiating.
It's two extremes. They'll call nothing, and then people complain that they don't call anything. So they're like, fine, we'll call every little thing. Then they're like, why are you calling every little thing? So fine, we'll back off and call nothing. And it's just so back and forth and back and forth.
Yep.
Just stay consistent.
Yep. I'm almost at the point where, like, I kind of like how baseball has gotten a little bit more, not AI, but a little bit more, like, say, camera-based on some of these things. Yeah. And, I'm starting to lean a little bit towards it. I want to see what happens. Like, if I could get one tester year in, like, the NFL where it's all AI making the calls and stuff, and respectively, like, you would have to give them, like, a cheat code in there and be like, you can't, not every single time an offensive lineman holds as a hold. You know what I mean? Like, you got to give a little bit of leeway here.
Yeah.
Smart is reading Ben Clement's comments. Shut up, Ben. No, I love Ben. Ben might be actually popping on here in a little bit too. So we might have a whole crowd popping on here. And like for this, it's literally first come, first serve. Alex is here. Chris might be here. You think Chris won last time?
Yeah, Chris won last time.
Yeah, Chris won last time. So Chris might be here to defend himself. And then we got one more popping in. Might be our special guest, might be a couple other people. Who knows? Going to the NBA now. The NBA, the Nuggets are off to the finals. So Denver's finally getting all their sports teams to the finals. You know, the Nuggets are finally gone. The Rockies, if I'm not mistaken, just off the top of my head, I believe have made it to the finals at least once. And if I'm not mistaken, was back in like 94.
I believe so.
Someone's going to check it and drop it down.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Rockies have made a finals one time. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe now all Denver or Colorado teams have made it to their respective finals. And I got to admit, like, their jerseys are very gorgeous. But
oh, yeah, they made it in 07.
Oh, my God.
Against the Red Sox.
That's right. I forgot about that. And then, I just listen with regards to the NBA here, the Nuggets being in the finals, a lot of people might hate it. They'd be like, ugh, it's not good for ratings and this, that, and everything else. I don't know what you're talking about. The fact that it could be a team that literally had the Jokic hit like on, I had his name, you know who I'm talking about.
One of the Morris brothers.
There. Markeith, I believe it was. And that, like, you're literally going to have each other's families at every single one of these games in the stands, waiting for the right moment for the cameras to be on them to do
It's a horrible
something.
idea.
You think it's a horrible idea?
Both families should be banned from the arenas.
Well, I mean, respectively, it should be the Jokic's for sure.
Well, yeah.
But also at the same time, too, that would then mean, like, yes, Jimmy Butler's family and friends cannot just be getting tickets to these games.
Yeah.
Same with, there's another guy that someone pointed out on Twitter that was like, if you really want to talk about dudes that you should not be messing with kind of thing, if they get involved, it's an arrow at one of these dudes. And they're like, dude is fine now, but he come from like some shit. And I was like, so he's like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's, once I see that on the other side, but then people have said, well, the Morris brothers are kind of like that. I'm like, are they though?
Yeah, kind of, but they act a lot tougher than they actually are.
Yeah, the basketball bullies, and that's all it is.
Yep.
So, I don't think though the Celtics are going to come back. And the reason I do think that is because I do think that Jimmy Butler is being underappreciated.
Oh, he 100% is.
You think he's going to go off? Someone made also a post on Twitter about the him smiling in the fourth quarter, and that it 100% is a stat that needs to be looked at. Is if the dude is smiling in the fourth quarter and being like, I see what you guys are doing, that's fine. I'll put on. He's going to put on.
What Jimmy Butler's doing right now reminds me of, I was listening to this thing. It was Amon Shumpert talking.
Yep.
And how he had shut down Kobe for 3 quarters. And Kobe's like, okay, you've had a great game, but you're done.
Yep.
And then Kobe lit him up for like 25-30 in the fourth quarter. And it was like, he picked up his dribble and then it was like off the backboard, oofing himself and like pulling up threes like he's Curry and all this. And like Butler to me reminds me what he's doing now. It's very Kobe-esque. He's got that killer mentality in him. He's going to do whatever it takes to get them over the top.
Yep.
I will say though, if Boston wins Game 6, they're winning the series. Miami is not going to go back to Boston to win.
No, that's where I would kind of agree with you too. You need to just put the dagger in at home, because if you even that is not a place that you want to have the momentum on their side.
Oh, if you go play in Boston with them gaining all the momentum, their fans behind them in that city, it's over. It is over.
They already had them in Game 5 too, so they've dealt with it a little bit there, and that it was obviously a big factor. And I think that's one of the reasons why Jimmy Butler was smiling. But you're right, Boston is still not a pushover team either. Like, we all know who Jimmy Butler is. He is.
Oh, yeah. They were what?
Jason Tatum. I mean, on Boston. My apologies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tatum was in the running for an MVP for the longest time.
Yep. And
Boston was, if I'm not mistaken, the 2nd seed in the East for a reason, and like right on Milwaukee's ass. Like they are a very good basketball team.
A very good basketball team. To the point where I'm almost convinced that it could happen for the first time. It could be 150-1 for games come back, or series come back from 0-3. So. Now, before we bring in our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about football and such, and possibly have on here for the Jeopardy game. But first, we got some bills to pay. We're going to run a couple commercials here. Let everybody grab a drink. Let everybody get settled in so we can have for the second half of the show here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to North Sports Dynasty. We'll be right back in about 4 minutes time. 3 minutes time. Stay tuned. Steelers, number 75.
Who is Mr. Mean Joe Green?
Try me again, motherfucker.
Kelly is correct.
Yeah.
Go.
Who's Champ Bailey?
That's a double Jeopardy right there, ladies and gentlemen. Double Jeopardy.
What is a superflex?
Superflex is correct.
Yeah.
Out of kid, Kyle.
Oh.
I will take owners for 500, please.
Yeah.
I need to get out of here. Fuck.
Holy crap! I have the most passing yards in a Super Bowl. Connor McDavid, that is incorrect.
You son of a bitch.
Chris. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
No, you gotta be kidding. Hit so hard and it's Ed Reed, not Ray Lewis. Are we kidding me here?
Well, I'm fucked.
Alex.
Well, I'm fucked.
That's
Break it down now. 201 points. we
you
have.
son of a bitch.
All of it. All of it or no balls.
First
You
winner.
son of a bitch. Need to wait till the question was done.
You know what? You
The
know what?
fuck is this?
I'm just glad I did the math right and I didn't lose by a point.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
So I'll put you down to. What? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to North Sports Dynasty. I am 1/5 of your host, Andrew Fulbert, and I forgot to tell you exactly where the fuck we are located. It has never changed. We are still in the same damn place. Undoubtedly, undubitably, uncontrollably, unconstitutionally in my basement. Welcome back. I forgot to do that. I always forget to do that at the beginning now. I always feel I should do it after the commercial now. I've switched things up yet again. Look at me go. Next thing you know, I'll have my hair down and I'll sound like a woman. Anyway, we have a guest in here tonight. The man, the myth, the legend, host of the Ben Zone, or I guess admin, creator, host of the Ben Zone, and all the shows. Have at it. I had your Buccaneer
Face the
show.
heels.
What?
Oh, let's buck with Ben.
Thank you. Let's buck with Ben. What's the other one he's got, Alex?
Face the heels, 2-3 Ben zone.
Roll them off. There you go. Roll them. Is there more? Are we forgetting anything off the Rolodex, Ben?
My time in Watts. I had mentioned that last night.
Yes. Yes.
Was off
I was like, I knew there was one more.
Mr. Ben Cornett, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Andrew, thank you for having me. Alex, how you doing?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. I feel like I'm a little Canadian. Am I getting there, or do I?
A little Canadian. You, my guy. Listen, I have. If I could get you up here in Canada, I would. Like, if it literally all it's gonna take is for me and Kim to get married and sending you an invite, you being like, I can take the time off and stuff like that. It will be done. And when that does happen, it is going to happen. I'm going to be like, listen, honey, there's going to be family. There's going to be friends at these tables. And there's probably going to be like one or two tables that are just going to, like, no one's going to know. Like, who are you? What do you hear? Like, I'm in a dynasty with Andrew Fulbert and some of the other people. They're like, okay, who do you know? Like, I've done shows with Andrew Fulbert and stuff like that. Like, that's what there's gonna be, just a whole table of like you and like Peter Blake and Harry and Ray and all those dudes all just sitting in the back.
I want to be at that table. That sounds
Yeah,
like fun.
well, no, I mean, I didn't include you because I was like, maybe I'll just have all the NSD crew be my like groomsmen, which I've actually thought about. I think actually Kim threw that idea at me, and I went, it's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't hire any more people then. Because then there'd be too many people, or then all of a sudden, well, then someone's gonna think that's a favorite right there. They'll be like, "Oh, so that's the best man or woman right there." Cool, that's cool. I might hurt Chris's feelings or Sid's. No, Kyle would be hurt.
Kyle would be the most hurt.
Drop in the comment section. Who do you think would be more hurt if they weren't the best man? Chris, Kyle, or Sid?
Kyle get to bring Gerald +1.
What's that?
Kyle get to bring Gerald as his +1.
You can't fucking do that. I was just drinking. I thought you said his soon-to-be wife. Dude.
Oh, he does. Let's go.
Ben, I don't know if Ben knows about that.
About what?
I don't know, baby.
Do you know about Gerald? We'll let you know about Gerald afterwards. Let's get into one thing we do know about is DHop ain't got no job right now.
Yeah.
DHop has been released by the Arizona Cardinals. So obviously, Chris has said it in the group chat actually pretty well. You know, whether they have a shitty season, they get the first overall pick and they go with Caleb Williams. Sure. You know, if they, end up having a good season with Kyler and they can, kind of work around him and stuff like that. They got money in the offseason to go get some guys. Let's start off with you, Ben. What do you think about this release of DHop and where do you think he goes?
First of all, I can't say I'm really shocked by it because I think there's been talks about they're trying to trade him, and then I don't know if they couldn't get a deal done or they couldn't get what they wanted in a trade, so they went ahead and ate up the what is like 20 million. I think they had to eat up 26 million. Wow, yeah. They went ahead and ate it up for this year. So it tells me like they did want to move on from him. So as far as where he's going to go, I mean, boy, he's got his pick of the litter. I mean, there might be another bird team, Philly, who that might not be a bad idea if he wants to get a Super Bowl. But I mean, he's got his picks. I mean, there's going to be teams that want him. It just depends on Hopkins' mindset. Does he want to try and win a Super Bowl, or does he want to get paid? So it'll be very interesting to monitor in the next several weeks.
So if you had to give one team that you think he's going to right now, like if you leaned one team's way, who do you think it is?
I have to honestly say maybe Buffalo, because you don't know what the situation is with Stephon Diggs right now. And, that the way that thing ended last year, there was like controversy, like he was upset about with the coaching staff. Yep. I mean, and Hopkins is still he may not be in his prime anymore, but he's still a guy you can bring as a second wide receiver.
Oh, he is
a really good number two.
Oh,
maybe number one. So
I'd still say number one.
Depends on the team, of course, and I agree.
Yeah.
But Buffalo would probably be the most ideal place. They could use another receiver.
I agree. Buffalo would be very, very scary. He may not like the whole weather situation because he actually has the ability to choose now. So he may be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Maybe that's one of the reasons he hasn't gone to Buffalo. But Alex, yes, what do you think?
Here's the thing, though, is you look at all these teams that are the Super Bowl contenders per se. Kansas City gets cold. Buffalo gets cold. Philly gets cold. There's very few contenders that are in that warm weather right now, which is very surprising, actually.
That's actually a very good point.
But he's gonna probably have to go play some cold weather football if he wants a ring.
Yeah, and that's why I see the comment here. I think that's Scott that said the KC Chiefs. Honestly, there's a comment that Patrick Mahomes said where when they were talking about the contract, and he's like, money is nice and all, but legacy is where he's at. 1,000% I agree. If you want to talk about not just legacy, if DHop goes there on a 3-year deal, and the 3-year deal is incentive based, and it falls into the line of what the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to do, and that's continue Patrick Mahomes' legacy at the youth that he has right now before something drastic happens. You put him in there, and now you allow Kadarius Toney to be the 1B. You allow Kelsey to be the 1BA, AB, whatever you want to call it. You allow those 3 dudes to just dissect the ball on a defense. And then not only that, if I'm not mistaken, there's another person I'm forgetting on that team. Another big name person or a respectable name besides Sky Moore. I'm just saying, Sky Moore would be a nice slot. Is there not another person I'm forgetting?
I mean, Not really. I mean, there's Marcus Valdez-Scantling, but
Yeah,
he
McKinnon
did
still, right?
basically nothing last year. Yeah, you got McKinnon and Pacheco as your running backs. Yeah, KC's an interesting one. Mahomes would obviously have to restructure. I'm looking at the salary cap spaces right now. So I think it's safe to say he's going to get somewhere probably north of, say, $12, $13 million.
I agree.
Realistically. So unless the Chiefs, Bills, and one of those teams, even the Jets, unless they restructure, they're out. Because they're all $6 million and under. Teams 12 million up. Jaguars would be an interesting one. Chargers.
More
Eagles,
wide receivers on the Jags.
Patriots. Saints if they're trying to make a run.
Please.
The other teams on there that I don't see it happening. The Bengals, Texans, Packers, Colts, Panthers, Bears, Lions. I'd love the Lions to do it. I just don't think he'd choose Detroit.
Seems interesting. I never thought about that.
We also got to think about what he said. Do you remember the podcast he just had earlier this week where he was talking about what he wants in the next team?
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
I guess,
if you look at this,
uh-huh.
QB that loves the game and brings everyone on board with him. A great defense. Defense wins championships. Got to have a great D-line. That's his exact quote.
Yep.
And then stable management. He says he's been through 4 GMs in his career, so he'd like somebody that's been there. So
I was about to say the Chargers, and then he's out. Go ahead, Ben.
What about the 49ers? Now
they have 10 million, so they wouldn't have to restructure much.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, now, what's the one issue has been the quarterback. Who's the quarterback going to be? So that could play into it. But I'm just saying, if they have a stability at quarterback, the Niners would be a very tempting team, because you just mentioned what DeAndre Hopkins wanted. He said on his podcast, structure, defense has to be great. You know, he's been through 4 GMs. He wants, and you have a consistent GM in John Lynch, former Buck, by the way. So, I mean, that would make sense. I mean,
you're not wrong.
And then you look at whoever the hell you throw at quarterback there. You've got McCaffrey, Hopkins, Kittle, Debo, Brandon Ayuk's your third receiver.
Yep.
Like, holy shit.
And then, even then, like, just to add more cherry to the top, you could even throw Ayuk as the 1B and use Debo as that slot, whatever the hell you've been utilizing him as, kind of thing, more. Because the only reason you've been taking him away from that is to utilize Ayuk as a 1B, but you've needed the other guy on the other side, and that's always been Debo when they put him out there. So now you just keep DHop on there.
One thing to majorly debunk the 49ers' chances here, they're already trying to figure out how to get money for that Bosa extension. So you add all that DHop money on top of that, then you're making it even more difficult. So I think that might push the Niners out.
That's a good point.
Fair enough.
And that's another thing to look at with these teams, is who they've got coming up right away.
Yeah, so that's why, like, Bengals out. I don't think he's going back to the Texans either, personally.
Well,
Cowboys would be kind of cool.
The Bills would be an interesting one, because there was that talk of, will Diggs be there, will he not?
That is also true.
You could you could potentially trade Diggs away, give DHop that money that Diggs was getting. You don't really change the cap that much.
Yep, that's true. And then, I mean, the other side of it too is a really groundbreaking thing for him, or just the Bills in general, would be like getting someone like that and then winning the Super Bowl. And then you finally get that, like, you have this new arena coming in, like, really just put the damn banner in it when you open it. So, also, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to possibly participate into a Jeopardy game, now would be your chance to pop onto the show. I have Ben here, and I have Alex. We have a couple of guests who are, I believe, wanting to join, but I believe they just got a little bit busy. So now we're leaving it open to another guest if they would like to come on. Unless one of the other two obviously pop in. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking of DHop on the Chargers.
See, I was going to say that until you said stable management.
Well, the management's been stable. It's the head coach that isn't necessarily stable.
I mean, true.
The head coach is probably gone. The GM seems pretty safe.
Sean Spencer says Diggs to see San Fran, all those weapons, and a question mark at QB. Trade him over, then sign DHop, and then you just keep the same system that you're running. I found the Bills I wouldn't personally, but I'd
try and keep Diggs and get DHop.
I also saw something about this, and this makes me just more pissed off.
So he's not on the staff. He's helping Derek Carr transition to a new offense.
Yes.
He's not a Saints staff member. He's a Derek Carr staff member, essentially.
Yes. He's like, I'm not here for anybody but Mr. Derek Carr. So.
And they arranged that agreement through email, by the way.
Wow.
Okay.
That was actually really, really good.
Well played.
Also, again, ladies and gentlemen, StreamYard is in the comment sections. So if you would like to pop on, come join us. We're going to be doing Jeopardy once we get a third person in. Because I only got Ben for probably about another 15, 20 minutes, I'm assuming, right, Ben?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
see, so I'm trying to make this work. So
come on, guys. Somebody come on. Somebody.
Listen, all the guests, nothing all against them, stuff like that. Everybody gets busy on Friday night. It's the off season too.
Sean, what are you doing?
Yeah, Sean, you want to come play some Jeopardy? Come on in.
First time he comments, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Come on. Like,
yeah, come on in. MSD's great.
Or Scott, or like whoever.
Anybody's allowed to come in. You come play Jeopardy. And then, if you stay long enough, you can be part of Hollywood Scares. Alec Alpa.
He hates every time I run any sort of trivia on the NFL edition.
Yeah, see, yeah, if you don't like trivia, I don't know.
But got nothing. What do you mean, Scott?
What do you got nothing, Scott? What are you talking about? Sid works. So here's
works ridiculous hours.
Yeah, so check this out. We actually in the group chat today, we decided that we're gonna move one of the episodes in June. So you can get well, also, like, Chris is supposed to be here, but Chris is playing golf right now, and he said he might be popping up late. But then I don't want to risk the chance of not having Ben. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's just listen. That's what happens when you're a producer, man. You got to try and make some things work together.
You can be the interim Jeopardy champion to play against Chris later on.
But yeah, with the Sid thing, Sid is literally living his dream.
Yeah,
Sid is literally selling cards.
He's getting paid to sell cards.
Yeah, like ridiculous money to sell cards too. Like good amounts of money. Yeah, it's golf at night sounds Canadian.
It's the light out.
I was gonna say, dude, do you know how north we are, man? We are so far north. It is ridiculous. We do have somebody, Mr. Fabulous, the Rams supporter. The Buccaneer extraordinaire. He is actually secretly a Buccaneer fan, actually. Did you guys know that? I have the DMs to prove it. Scott is here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Scott. How are we doing?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. Do you want to play some Jeopardy, my guy?
Oh, I always like to play, but I don't know how to play Jeopardy, but I'll try.
You don't know how to play Jeopardy? That's okay. I'll run down the rules for you and stuff like that here in a little bit.
Literally just...
Yeah, so yeah, we'll go over that. You have a clicker and stuff there, Scott? You know how to click off and on your icon?
Not really.
Oh, so this, Alex, you want?
All right, so on the bottom of your screen there should be a stop cam button.
Johnny's here. No, that I got it. John. Hey, there we go.
I made it.
Johnny's here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Johnny. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being here. Now the question becomes, Scott, are you okay tuning in while we have Johnny?
Sure. I don't have anything against him.
Okay. See, now this all works. Now this is perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play Jeopardy in a second. But obviously, if you have ever tuned in to North Sports Dynasty, you know that something has to happen first before Jeopardy goes down. So we're going to take a quick minute break while everybody gets settled out, and I can do the camera thing and all that kind of stuff and this, that, and everything else. And, got to do my makeup and look pretty and shit. Fucking get going here, all right? Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick commercial break from Sid's break and a quick little show of, Sid being an asshole, and we'll be right back right after this.
Not like you, Mayo. I can't shit all over people and just sleep like a baby at night.
Straight up, like just out of nowhere, left field, fuck your Bucs. Like I don't get that from Sid every morning. Like,
I hope you do. It wouldn't be NSD if you don't.
Very true. So.
Fair.
I'm now finding that I'm getting shit on by both fucking Sid and Ash as a fucking combo lately. It's kind of fun.
That's what happens.
Bullshit, man.
That's what happens and then they add Chris to it, and it's like, oh, I was
Get shit on.
really inappropriate.
Get shit on. That's all I think of every time.
Yeah.
Get shit on.
I need to
Your
not
ass. Your ass.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to North Sports Dynasty. I am 1/5 of your host, Andrew Faber, and we are here to play Jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know the rules of Jeopardy, which, Scott doesn't, but, Scott is just here to be a guest and support us in the comedy and the trivia and stuff like that. I don't know where the hell am I going to put, I guess I got to put everybody's names, like, right there. Okay, hold on. Let me go. We got, okay, if this gets stuck again, we're going to have a problem here, aren't we? Okay. Let's go in proper order. Alex is technically a returner, so we're going to say he is the champion, okay, just for the episodes, but he's not, so it's kind of like a troll on him. Anyway, the intern champion, there we go. And introducing first, our first contestant from the Ben Zone, a man, a Playboy legend, and the man himself who is begging the gods, please do not let my golden lights fail. Mr. Ben Cornett, how are we doing?
Good. How you doing, Mr. Andrew?
Thank you for being on here at Jeopardy. Our second contestant. Woo! That's right. Woof, woof. There it is. Mr. Johnny Dean. How you doing tonight, my friend?
How you doing, bud?
Thank you for being on here and being the contestant. And we had to give him a belt. It's basically the UFC version of the bad motherfucker belt or whatever the heck they call it. It doesn't actually mean anything, but here it is anyway. The champion for today, Mr. Alex Loosemore. How are we doing today?
Doing well. Hopefully I actually win this time.
Thank you for being a contestant on Jeopardy. I will take that down. Now I got to do everybody's name. There we go.
See, Alex is already in Final Jeopardy. Jeez. That's intimidating.
So, as everybody knows here, Jeopardy goes like this. We will ask the champion to pick a question. We have 2 double Jeopardies on the board. When it gets to you, you have double Jeopardy. You can bet all the points that you have, or as many points as you want, technically, up into the amount of points that you have. We will have a Final Jeopardy tonight, ladies and gentlemen, where you can bet up to all the money that you have. The way that you answer Ben, Johnny, and Alex is just like that. Do you see your icon changing, or do you see Alex's icon changing? Johnny, can you show me that you can do that? All right, and Ben, you got that too? All right. So,
Scott's got it too.
Scott.
I'll take Rams for 500.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do 4 people tonight. Is everybody okay with that? Are people okay?
Yeah,
with that?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
I was just kidding you before.
Introducing our next contestant. Let me give him the proper introduction. Mr. Fabulous himself, the Rams supporter and the Buccaneer fan himself, Mr. Scott. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for being a part of this. All right, I'll get you right over here. Now, this is the other thing. When you click to answer a question. If you are the first click that I see, I stop what I am saying of the question, and you will have an opportunity to answer that question. If you get it right, you will get the points. If you get it wrong, I take that amount of points away from you. Is everybody clear? Click your icon now. Yeah, it's like a party. It's like a party.
What happens if you don't have any points? Do you take a negative?
I do.
Yep. You go into the negative.
Yep. Everybody in the comment section, hashtag NSD Jeopardy into the comment section for a chance to win a prize the next time we play Jeopardy. Scott, if you can't do it, we will put you in anyway because that's kind of a troll on you. You wouldn't be allowed to do that right now. That'd be kind of like rude as hell. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's get started with the categories. Let me turn this up here. The categories tonight are Super Bowl winners. I will name a Super Bowl, and you will have to tell me what team won it. Retired numbers. I will tell you a team's retired number. I will tell you, a team's retired number, and you got to tell me what player. College logos. I will literally show college logos on the screen, and you will have to tell me what college team that is. Team records. I will tell you a team and the record, and you have to tell me what player it is. Head coaches. I will describe a head coach, and you will have to say the head coach. And, of course, everybody's favorite NFL Hall of Famers is I will describe an NFL Hall of Famer, and you will have to say it, and then afterwards we will do Final Jeopardy. Everybody good? Ready? Hit the icon.
I got a question.
Oh, Alex, go ahead.
The head coaches, do we get to know, like, is it all-time, current?
All-time.
Okay.
Everybody ready? I want to see one hashtag NSD Jeopardy in that comment section. Sean, I see you. You hashtag NSD Jeopardy down there, please. Thank you. Somebody.
Sean,
for me.
Sean, stop it.
Somebody do it for me. Anyway, let's get started. Alex, pick a category and start us off.
Okay, let's do college logos. We'll start at 100.
College logos for 100. Okay, so this is going to be, give me a second. Please hold. Everybody just please hold. For the love of God, please hold it. Okay, ready. Name this college. Alex.
Too late.
That is correct for 100.
God damn, that was right up there on the screen.
Damn youthful reflexes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alex.
200. Let's do college logo.
College logos for 200. Name this college. Johnny.
USC. No, I was wrong. Fuck.
Wrong.
Ah.
And then Alex, you are next. I saw you were next.
What is the San Jose State?
Yes.
That's my boy. San Jose State for 200.
I jumped the gun on mine. As usual.
All right, Johnny. Yeah, flip yours back. There we go. Let's do 300. Let's clear this out.
All right. Name this college team. Alex.
What is Eastern Carolina?
Eastern Carolina is correct.
Now let's switch it up. Let's do retired numbers for 100.
Oh, shit.
Retired numbers for 100. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 99. Ben.
Mine was first, yeah.
Warren Sapp.
Can you say that in the form of a phrase?
Warren Sapp.
Who
is
Warren Sapp?
Who is Warren Sapp?
Yeah. He's looking for the Jeopardy, yeah.
Go ahead,
My
Ben.
apologies.
No, you're good.
Okay, let's do retired numbers for 200.
All right. Miami Dolphins, number 13. Ben.
Damn.
What is Dan Marino?
Dan Marino is correct.
Yeah.
He's a person.
Go ahead, Ben.
Retired numbers for 300, Andrew.
Arizona, number 40. Alex.
Who is Pat Tillman?
Pat Tillman is correct.
Yep, that's right. Forgot about that.
I
ahead,
had his
Alex.
face, but I couldn't think of his name.
Let's go with.
I like this comment. Can we just give the college section to Alex?
Fuck, Fuck it, let's clear it out. College 400.
College for 400?
Yeah.
All right, college for 400. All right, ladies and gentlemen, name me this college. Alex.
What is North Texas?
That is correct.
Screaming Eagles.
And we'll do the 500. Let's get it out of the way.
It's got to be Mizzou.
All right, for 500. Name this college logo, Alex.
What is the UTSA Roadrunners?
That is correct.
Never heard of them.
University of Texas at San Antonio.
Yep.
All right, let's do team records for 100.
Team records for 100. Holds record for the most receiving yards for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is Johnny.
Mike Evans.
That is correct. Can you say that in the form of a question?
Who is Mike Evans?
That is correct.
Not what is Mike Evans.
Go ahead, Johnny. Pick one.
Same category, 200.
Same team records for 200. Holds the record for the most receiving yards for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh.
That is Johnny.
Hines Ward.
That is correct. But can you say that in the form of a question?
Who is Hines Ward?
That's all good. You're good, but you are back on the board with 100 points. You are out of the negative, my friend. You may pick one now as well, Johnny.
Same category, 300.
Same category, 300. That is a double jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen. Northport, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Northport's Dynasty, double jeopardy, right there, the sticker.
Awesome.
Sticker. All right, Johnny, how much do you want to bid? Do you want to bid the full 300 of the card?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So for 300, holds the record for the most passing yards for the Dallas Cowboys.
That would be Tony Romo.
Tony
Tony Romo?
That is correct. And it was double jeopardy, everybody.
So he gets to go, yeah.
Got it. Gotcha.
You're all good, Ben. All right, Johnny, do you want to close out the category? Or, sorry, do you want to go team records
400.
again?
Yep, 400.
400. Holds the record for the most tackles for the Detroit Lions.
Oh,
Alex.
Who's Chris Spielman?
No.
Ah.
Womp.
Is anybody else? Ben?
Is it Ndamukong Suh?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Anybody else? Who is DeAndre Levy?
Really?
That would be,
I would
guess,
not have guessed that.
That would be then Johnny. What would you like? Now, would you like to take out the team records?
Yes.
All right, team records for 500. Holds record for the most rushing yards for the Miami Dolphins. Scott.
Oh, I was thinking about somebody. Who is Edwin James?
No.
That would be the Colts.
Anybody else? Who is Larry Song?
I was gonna guess it. Damn it! I
Shit.
didn't think he'd have it.
I thought his records had fell already.
To me, the only two running backs I could think of were Zonka and Ricky Williams, and I was
when I saw it, Ricky Williams was, I believe, 200 away.
Yeah.
Johnny, you are up again, my friend.
Oh, what's the other categories? I can't read the board.
That's okay. We got Super Bowl winners, we got retired numbers, head coaches, and NFL Hall of Famers.
Head coaches for 100.
Head coaches for 100. Now, this goes into the NFL Hall of Famers category. You can hit the thing at any point in time, but I stopped saying the question right when you hit it, and then you have to try and answer, and you get 3 seconds. Everybody still good with that?
Yeah.
I am one of two brothers known. Go ahead, Scott.
John Gruden.
No.
Johnny's going.
Johnny?
John Harbaugh.
No.
Ooh.
Now, are you going to continue reading?
I will continue for you and Ben. I am one of two brothers known for coaching the Jets to being relevant again. Alex.
Oh, shit. Who is Rex Ryan?
That is correct.
All right. Let's do Hall of Famers for 100.
NFL Hall of Famers for
Start digging into this
100.
one.
My son is going to beat a lot of my stats. But before that, I live in infamy in Indy. One of the two of Peyton Manning's favorite targets. Johnny.
Who is Harrison?
Marvin Harrison is correct. Go ahead, Johnny.
What's that second one over there that's down to 400?
Retired numbers.
Okay, let me get that one. Yeah.
Retired numbers is the other double jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
All right.
So, Johnny, so 400 is the most that you can give. Do you want to go?
100 on it.
100. Okay. So for 100, retired numbers. Philadelphia, number 5.
Who is Donovan McNabb?
Donovan McNabb is correct, Johnny. You are up to 500. You are 1,000 away from Alex. Ben is got minus 100 right now, currently in third, and Scott is down at minus 600. We still got a couple left on the board. Johnny, you are up.
That Super Bowl names, is that names again?
Super Bowl
winners.
Winners, okay.
Super Bowl winners for 100. The winner of Super Bowl 50.
Who is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Alex Loosemore.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Who's the Denver Broncos?
Denver Broncos is correct.
Thank you for being wrong, Johnny.
Super Bowl winners for 200.
Super Bowl 40. Who is the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I can't picture
That's
that
right.
Roman numerals.
Alex, go ahead.
We'll do 300.
I just assumed that's why I was grabbing. Super Bowl 47. Ben.
The Philadelphia Eagles?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
That was Alex next.
Who is the New England Patriots?
Incorrect. Scott.
Oh, no, I don't.
Who is the Indianapolis Colts?
That is also incorrect. Johnny, do you want to try?
Not on your chance.
That would be
The
the
Giants?
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh.
Alex
Yeah.
Loosemore, go ahead.
Let's do retired numbers 500.
Retired numbers 500. San Francisco, number 8. Alex.
Who is Steve Young?
That is correct.
Super Bowl winners 400.
Super Bowl winners 400. Super Bowl 44. Alex.
Who is the New Orleans Saints?
The New Orleans Saints is correct.
Super Bowl winners 500.
500. Super Bowl 4. Yeah, oh, sorry, Scott. Not in time. Not in time. That is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Circulate the ball down the field.
I was just gonna say that. Hall of Famers for 200.
Hall of Famers for 200. Fina fucking Lee. Joining the rest of the greatest defense of all time in Canton. Alex.
I know who you're going here. Who is Rondé Barber?
Rondé Barber is exactly correct. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Alex.
Hall of Famers 300.
Hall of Famers 300. 5'11", 243. That's all you can think of before this man put you in the turf if you tried to tackle him. 13 seat, Alex.
Who is Jerome Bettis?
Jerome Bettis is correct.
It was between him and Earl Campbell for me, so.
I was thinking Earl
Campbell was last game.
I was thinking Earl Campbell 100%. Then I was like, we've had him already. So, Hall of Famers 400.
Hall of Famers 400. I may be overshadowed by another who donned the purple, but I showed that boy everything he needed to know. Johnny.
John Randall. Who is John Randall?
No.
Oh, shit. Well, you sure imitated his voice damn well.
Scott.
I may be wrong, but Culpepper?
No.
God, I got a lot of points.
Anybody else yet before I continue?
Nope.
But I showed that boy everything he needed to know. I still think I'm better. And my 1,100 catches and 130 touchdowns
Oh, hell.
might be enough.
Randy Moss.
Who is Chris Carter?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Alex, go ahead.
Hall of Famers 500.
All right, the last one. Sid may have a highlight on NSD. Talking Ray Lewis, hardest hitter. Nah, bro. I was feared. Wide receivers would drop passes to not get hit by me. Alex.
Who is Ed Reed?
No.
Johnny's got it.
Johnny, go ahead.
Who is John Lynch?
No.
Fuck.
I thought the Sid reference meant Ed Reed.
The rest of it is 37 picks, 513 return yards, and 224 games played. Anybody? Ben? Scott?
I know.
Yeah, Ben?
Charles Woodson.
No.
Oh.
The correct answer
Ronnie Lott.
is Brian Dawkins.
Jesus.
Brian Dawkins. All right, Alex.
Head coach is 200.
Head coach is 200. Arguably the greatest head coach of all time, which may be an overshadowment of the QB I had. Hell, I still got my sweater. Alex.
Who is Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick is correct. And Ben, I see that we do have to let you go here quick so that you can get to your show. Tell everybody where we can find you.
Well, I was having so much fun with this game, and I realized, oh crap, I gotta get my show going. Yeah, you can find Ben Zone at Be Have At It in about 10 minutes from now. So I'm gonna put the StreamYard link in the comments. So if anybody wants to hop on the show tonight, let's do it. Let's have at it.
Ben,
Can I have Ben's points?
Yeah, fine. You can have Ben's points. There you go. Ben, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for playing with us. We'll give your points to Scott. Scott will take over for you, and we'll talk to you in a bit.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good night, guys.
All right, Alex, go ahead. You're muted. I do not know why.
I don't know why either. 300.
300. I started building a dynasty. I had every player fallen in. It's too bad ownership felt in love.
Johnny.
Johnny?
Andrew Faubert. Who is Andrew Faubert?
No.
Scott was
Scott,
next.
go ahead.
Who is Tom Brady?
No.
Oh,
Head coaches.
The rest of it
you
is
can
fell in
read.
love with a new head coach and canned my ass. That's okay. I got my Super Bowl with an actual quarterback in Peyton Manning.
Oh.
The correct answer is Alex.
Who is Tony Dungy?
Thank you. 400
Keep rolling
you.
down the list here.
I started my NFL career as a linebacker. Got my shot coaching at Alex.
Who is Ron Rivera?
No. Go like this quick. The rest of it is got my this one's hard to read. Sorry. Got my coaching shot at coaching as an assistant under Marty Schottenheimer, one of 3 coaches in Steelers history.
Oh, God.
Who is Bill Cowher?
Yep.
I was going to say, who was the guy that was always spitting when he talked?
Wait a minute. Would the jaw have been acceptable?
The jaw would have been acceptable as
Oh,
well.
shit.
Yes.
I should have plugged in then.
Alex,
I
go
couldn't
ahead.
think of his name.
with the $500.
I wonder which one I'll pick.
I coached the only perfect, unbeaten season ever recorded. Alex Loosemore.
Who is Don Shula?
Don Shula is correct. So Alex Loosemore has obviously won tonight's game by a landslide. But just to have a little bit of fun here, we are going to
I could bet it all and lose.
This is true.
Or are they both in the negative?
This is true. But they are both in the negative, and you can't get into
Okay,
the
well then I
negative,
win,
so
yeah.
That's exactly it. So you win. But final Jeopardy question tonight, just because we're going to get everybody. And in the comment section. It may be known around the football world that Donald Trump almost bought the Buffalo Bills. But he was met by another group back in 2007 that almost bought them. Had they done it, they would have moved to Canada with the help of this Canadian singer.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi is correct, Johnny.
Yeah.
He didn't say it in a question.
Well,
Who is Bon Jovi?
You're supposed to send in, but
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Jeopardy tonight.
I told you I got nothing.
Hey, whoa, it's all. I mean, yeah, minus 900 because you technically Ben. So, like, you know,
if I knew Alex was going to miss a question that low, I would not have went with the Andrew Faubert thing. I might have actually had a chance to compete.
You could have actually. You would have had some points. That's for sure. So,
yeah.
Now, quick commercial here, ladies and gentlemen, before we get these three gentlemen, if they still got the time. I know Alex has got the time. Johnny, you still got time?
I was going to jump on with Ben, but I got a little bit of time here.
Okay, Scott, you got a little bit of time?
Oh, yeah, that's all I got is a little bit of time.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to come right back for the first ever version of something. This might get a little hectic, and I completely love it. So quick commercial, and we'll be right back with Hollywood Squares, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
You suck.
All right, whoa, why is it just on me? That's not supposed to happen. What the heck? I put it on the wrong version. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to NSD. I am your host, Andrew Faubert. 1/5 of them, I guess you would say. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look who the fuck just popped in. I wish it would have popped in about half an hour sooner, but that's okay. Christopher Warchuk, how the fuck are we doing tonight, my guy?
What's going on, man?
How are you doing? You're literally just in time to play the very first version, and God, is this about to get hectic, and I don't give any fucks whatsoever, of Hollywood Squares, ladies and gentlemen. As you see here, the teams have already been picked. Johnny and Alex are going to be the NFL edition, I guess, team. Chris and Scott are going to be what we call, what is their division? Shit. NFC West.
I was waiting to see if Andrew would figure it out.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Dude, do you know how much like stuff I got going on? I mean, no, you're making me emotional already. See? All right. I got to get into a different mindset to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Hollywood Squares came to my mind. This is a project that I am trying out on here. Have a little bit of fun before the weekend. Let's see if I can balance my computer screen and get it a little bit closer without it getting all fucked up. That's a sport. We don't need that anymore. Hollywood Squares is an old TV show that existed. It lives in infamy. A lot of different characters have showed up to give you different types of comedy and different types of answers. So what I have decided to do is take a combination of all those different things and create this beautiful sports edition of Hollywood Squares. So we have teams here. And what is going to happen is the first team above is going to get to pick a slot on this square. On the little tic-tac-toe. You see how this is? Tick, 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 tick.
Yep.
You get to pick one. And what you're going to do is have one of those characters be asked a question. Okay? And that question will be asked, and this, that, and everything else, blah, 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 and replied by that person. And if you think they have the right answer to that question, then you say, I believe it. If you say no, then it is what it is. And then if they get it right, you get it wrong, you do not get the square, and it goes to the other team. But if you get it right, not only do you get that square, you get to pick the next square after that until you obviously get a line. Okay, we all got that. We all figured it out. We got that. We got the rules. This is the man. It's Chris. Really? I see the chat going, dude. Like, come on, man. And I see Alex laughing too. I hear you typing. You know what? It's fine. I get it. All right. Let me take a big old sip of this.
It's going to be easy for them with me because I don't get any answers right, so they're all going to say no.
So let's do this. I have this. If I had everything all set up properly, the world would be a better place. All right. Let's start it off, ladies and gentlemen. Alex and Johnny. Please, no, not on fucking repeat. Not on loop, you stupid computer. a square that you would like to start on, please. Thank you.
You want to go for the middle, Johnny? Take control of the middle?
Let's go middle then. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You decided to go with Gilbert Godfrey. So now the question to you, Mr. Gilbert Godfrey, is this. In 2000, who became the first team to make 4 first-round picks in the same NFL draft? Why in the fuck would I know anything about fucking football? I have been sitting here as a fucking parent
I know the answer to this.
on Aladdin, and Robin Williams snorted coke off my back, and you all think he's just some icon. Why don't we talk about things that I know, like Hollywood rejects, like OJ? You're all prime and dandy OJ, who's innocent, by the way. And it has to be the Washington Redskins because they're racist.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
NFL edition team, could you tell me, please?
It's the New York Jets.
So you're going to disagree with them?
I'm absolutely disagreeing, Johnny, if you're okay with that.
Yep.
And you are going to disagree with them. The correct answer is actually the New York Jets. So you are going to get that square. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Big O, I'm assuming you want X.
Sure.
And I'm not going to get shit on for, like, if you lose, you're like, well, we picked O's and shit like that.
No.
Do something Chris can do. Anyways, you won. Now you got to pick the next square.
Oh, you can go again.
You get to go again. You got the square, dude.
Let's go for Dan Campbell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I want to see this invitation.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, top right corner. To start the square, Dan Campbell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome in Dan Campbell to top right. Thank you for being here, Dan Campbell. Thank you, everybody, for having him in here. All right, question to Dan Campbell here is this. Jamarcus Russell went first overall in the 2000 NFL draft. Who was picked second overall?
Okay, this is easy.
Listen, man. Not only do I know who the fuck this is, me and this guy fucking kneecaps, man. The fucking ruthlessness that comes out of fucking Megatron and the fucking Detroit Lions every time. We're on a fucking prowl, man. And you don't want to fucking anything
Is this supposed to be
to
Dan
do
Campbell?
with anybody
It
to
is.
do with the Detroit Lions.
This is not good.
Do you understand? I want Megatron money. I want it all. And I want Megatron's respect. I think it's Megatron.
Much better imitation than Ben Cornett with Dan Campbell.
Well, and so here's the thing. Dan Campbell should know this because he was teammates with the second overall pick in 2007. It is Calvin Johnson.
So you are
Agree.
going to agree?
Agree, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you've gone in with Calvin Johnson. That is the correct answer, obviously. And now Dan Campbell has ran out of his cage, ripped his shirt off, and has ran over to the Cleveland Browns and beat the shit out of Deshaun Watson just to release a little bit of energy. And we'll be back in time for training camp. So there you go. Welcome
All right.
back, Dan Campbell, and thank you for what you have done because people refuse to wear like Deshaun Watson jerseys. Like obviously Chris actually has stated in a group chat that he will refuse to wear a fucking
We tried. We
It was
tried.
on this show. It was on this show.
Yeah.
I actually had an actual like a signed one from Deshaun Watson. It was one that he used after a massage, so it actually had
Good job.
a little bit of ink still on the number and stuff, and makeup. I think from a crying
ink.
massage
But
therapist.
isn't wearing a tiny towel the same thing as wearing a Deshaun Watson jersey?
Not far off.
You got the top right square.
You guys keep going because I want to get Chris mad at me.
No, I'm not gonna know any of these.
Not
either,
that
so you're
hard,
good.
dude. If you do shitty impressions, it'll just make him boil over on live until he's eventually going to try his own. No, Chris. No, you're not gonna try your own. You don't want to make an impression of Kyler Murray. You don't want to try doing an impression of Kyler Murray.
Ask Chris what wide receiver just got released.
I'm pretty sure he knows that. Okay,
You're on his team.
One
Scott.
that had less than 1,500 yards in the last 2 years, and was injured for half of the season and suspended for the other half.
Got
the other
115
season?
catches though.
Yeah, less than 1,500 yards and across 2 seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, back from the commercial break here. We obviously have a chance for the win. Do you guys obviously want to go for the win?
Sure, why the hell not?
So you want to go with Rick and Morty?
Sure.
I really should have done these a lot. Like, I really should have gotten you guys to go a different way. Shouldn't have put Dan Campbell up.
Alex is going to tank because he just wants to see us squirm.
I might.
Rick and Morty for the win. If I can fucking keep this thing in check. Actually,
Now, are you doing Rick? You're actually
Now
doing Rick and Morty?
Yeah. Rick and fucking Morty. Rick
All
and
right.
Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick. Anyway, the question to you, Mr. Rick and Morty, is which year did the Houston Texans play their first season in the NFL?
We got this.
I thought it was going to be a Rick and Morty question. Damn it!
This fucking old man out here. You and Alex really think that you're going to win this game? You have no fucking idea. When the Houston Texans even were they? I don't even know who the fucking Houston Texans are. Morty, what do you mean? Oh, jeez, Rick. The fucking Houston Texans. I don't even know football, man. Like, what are we even doing here? We get the fuck out. Like, we got Scott on the fucking show right now, man. Like, what are we even fucking doing right now? Like, seriously. I mean, just stop this. This is madness. I think it's like 2000 or something. Alex, do you agree with Rick and Morty?
Not a fucking chance, no.
You do not agree with Rick and Morty?
Nope.
On the year 2000?
It's because it's not the year 2000.
All
I
right.
agree with
What year-
Alex.
and that you're right. Anyway, what year did you say it was?
2002.
2002 is correct. You have won Hollywood Squares, the first annual Hollywood Squares. Alex is on a roll tonight.
There's no way a Buccaneer can forget that year, man. Come on.
Which year?
2002.
2002.
Well, okay, yeah. I was like, sorry, I thought I saw a different number pop up, and I was like, wait, what year? Oh yeah. Did you get me started on that too? The greatest defense of all time. I don't even want to hear it because it's not.
Well, I can quote our good friend Chris here. That's a tape.
it's
It's
not
a
a
bad
good
one,
one.
but it's a
It's not a
tape.
good one. Yeah, it's a bad one.
Chris, you're so quiet. I'm assuming you had a 9-stroke lead and lost it on the third, or what happened here?
No, you're playing a game. I never had an opportunity to talk.
Well, you did say that at my impression, and I actually
It was
not,
terrible.
You are not wrong.
Andrew.
I do agree.
Your Rick and
Very
Rick and
bad.
Morty was pretty good. I mean, I don't
I
watch
can
Rick
do
and
better.
Morty,
I can
so
do
like
better with Rick
I
and
felt
Morty.
like it was pretty good, but Dan Campbell was
I can
terrible.
do better. Alex knows I can do a better Dan Campbell, and I
And Gilbert was pretty good too.
Like your Dan Campbell was kind of like Christian Bale's Batman. Like it sounded like you had marbles in your mouth, you know?
Well, first of all, I am trying to do impressions on a live here for the first time ever.
Your Rick and Morty was good, man.
Rick and Morty was
Yeah.
good. That's what I said. Rick and Morty was good.
Thank you. I mean,
Gilbert
obviously,
was
like
good.
we had Joker. Obviously, we didn't get to. We had Gollum, Sylvester Stallone, a TikTok influencer, Scooby.
Who is the TikTok influencer?
It just
Oh,
well,
just like
right.
you're just imitating
Oh, yeah.
a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Oh,
the
I,
average.
Yeah,
I thought
and,
you had one that you were like
no,
picked out.
And,
That's what I
Peyton,
thought too.
And Peyton Manning's forehead. So all of these people will come back next game. We will get 3 new contestants up on the board.
On the
Obviously.
radio this morning, one of the hosts was doing his Stallone. It was not bad. It wasn't
Give
terrible.
us a
It was
sample of
funny.
the forehead, dude.
What's that?
Give us a sample of the forehead.
No, sir. That's the beauty of NSD, my guys. When we do this again, everybody see now you're gonna be like, when you see Hollywood Squares number 2 pop up on the thing, you'll be like, oh, I gotta go watch that now. You know, what I
Somebody's
mean?
got to pick the forehead. Come on, man.
I thought about just going around the board and picking different ones just to make him work. I thought about it.
Blame Alex for starting on Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
No, I
and
started
again,
on
I
Gilbert
will.
Gottfried.
Either way,
will
you
bet
could have
that-
you could have picked Peyton Manning's forehead over Dan
I could've.
Campbell.
I tried to do a Peyton Manning's forehead joke for Kim, and it literally just went completely over her.
Over her forehead.
Hey, thank you. See, people are getting my jokes, man. This is really helping my depression and confidence for going up on stage live. I'm looking forward to the 4 people that are going to walk out. Yeah.
Can you do a Goldie
I got
Hawn?
to cut out, guys. So
I know. I saw that. I was actually just going to say, Johnny, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can't find me nowhere. You can find Alex on Thursday nights on NFL Edition. I'm taking a hiatus here, so I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be around the shows a little bit. Talk to you later.
That was it, buddy. Thank you for being on. Thank you for having me yesterday. Happy 100th episode, and I know you'll hear it later. All that other fun stuff. So,
I was going to ask him if he had to stand on his tippy toes to take that hiatus.
Oh, good God.
Scott, are your jokes starting like from yesterday?
Okay.
No, Johnny, don't start on that. You're all good, buddy. You are all good. So, Chris,
Yes,
I
sir.
did though, just for obviously camera purposes. I want to get your take on what happened with the Arizona Cardinals today, because you actually had something in the group chat today.
I mean,
that,
yeah,
like,
I
it made
started.
sense.
I started in a place where I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand. And then I started doing some digging. And so I discovered, and I read this a while ago, but it was from it was from a guy on Twitter that like, one of those guys like claims to have sources, and like, you don't really know if he does, but he might, but he probably doesn't. And he said that Hopkins sat himself in the last 2 games of last season, like completely healthy. He was just like, I'm not fucking playing. Like, I'm done with this. And obviously, like, he probably seen the writing on the wall. Like, Cliff was on his way out, and he's just like, I'm fucking done with this coach. Like, he's an idiot. Which, I mean, we all agree on. But anyway, he sitting yourself in the last 2 games of the season, not a great thing. And I don't think it sat well with management, with ownership, which is why it all kind of starting to make sense if that is true. Because Michael Bidwell said at Cliff Kingsbury's firing press conference that they were going to trade DeAndre Hopkins, and we didn't even have a GM at the time. So that was what never made sense to me, was why all of a sudden Michael Bidwell wanted to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins. So obviously a trade, there were talks, they couldn't get enough for him, or didn't get an offer that was even worth pulling off. Like, I don't know what or maybe they didn't get an offer, like they just got phone calls. Lord knows what, or they just decided they're just going to do right by DHop and just release him. Or they wanted a last-ditch effort to keep him on the team. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, he never got traded at the draft and has been released today. And I think him going on the I Am Legend or something podcast?
Yeah.
I'm athlete.
And basically talking about what teams he'd like to play on, I think kind of was like the final straw. It's like, man, like, he didn't say anything bad about the Cardinals either. He said good things about the Cardinals. Actually, he said, like, one of the things he was looking for was stable ownership, and he said, or stable management. And he's like, I've been through 4 GMs in my career. He's like, this new guy in Arizona, seems like a good guy, but I just think he's like not prepared to like jump on with this new front office and new regime. He's just like, I want to go somewhere with like a stable, established management, not any shots against the current management, which is, in my opinion, doing a great job. He said he is
doing a good job.
And he said he wants to play with a quarterback that loves the game. He also said that is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray does love the game, and to Kyler Murray is like he loves Kyler Murray, but right now Kyler Murray isn't his quarterback. Colt McCoy is. Kyler Murray's injured, which was, I think the Kyler Murray injury is a very large factor for him in wanting to be in Arizona or not be in Arizona. I think if Kyler doesn't get hurt with the new coach and the new GM, I think he possibly wants to stay. But I think with Kyler potentially not starting week 1, it's just like, he's like, fucking, I'm out. Like, I'm not catching passes from fucking Colt McCoy's shadow. Like, it's just not happening.
And I think that's kind of the big
So
factor.
I get it. I get it from both sides too. Like, I mean, we do take on some dead cap this coming season, but next year we're free and clear. Don't pay him at all.
26 mil.
21 million.
Or 21 mil?
Yeah,
Okay.
21 million in dead cap, but nothing next year, which realistically we weren't going to be good this year anyway. So next year now we have a ton, because we already have a bunch of cap space next year. We have a ton now with an extra 21 million to play with coming off of a season where we'll get to see where our holes really are and let this new management really take off.
Now, if in a way, like obviously joking and stuff like that, but do you just want the only win the Cardinals to have this year is be, at home week 3 versus the Cowboys?
Oh man. I know they're not gonna win that game. If Kyler doesn't start, we don't win that game. I'd love to see it. I'd love to look over and see David crying, knowing that Colt McCoy handed the Cowboys a L in week 3 to low. But honestly, I said it on Wednesday. Actually, I realized that we're late enough in the year that Kyler Murray is going to be playing, or should be playing, when we go to Pittsburgh. And I would love nothing more than for Kyler Murray to walk into Pittsburgh and walk out with a W. You will want to tune into Terribly Toxic that week. I said it on Wednesday. You'll want to be on be there, ready to see what goes down if Kyler Murray walks into Pittsburgh and walks out with a W.
Sean Spencer did just say too, Colt McCoy has done it before.
Oh, and I got nothing against Colt McCoy. I like Colt McCoy as a person. I don't love him as my starting quarterback. I like him as a backup quarterback, and I like him as a guy in the quarterback room with Kyler Murray. I really do like that. I just don't believe in him as a starter for half of the year. But I mean, hey, if he wants to go in there while I'm in the stadium and pull off just a remarkable W, I will not be upset about it.
Scott, I know you got to pop out of here quick. Thank you for being on here and stuff, and we'll see you on the Ben Zone.
Anytime you need somebody just to sit there and look like a dummy, just count me in.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.
And I wanted to touch on one other thing. I saw it before I clicked on your link. Buda Baker did an interview today, first time since all of the nonsense about him being traded. And they straight up asked him, you're not, he obviously didn't, Jesus Christ. He obviously didn't report to OTAs. They asked him, when it's your time to be there, are you going to be there? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, the contract stuff, the business stuff, my agent is on that. He's dealing with that. He's like, when it is time to show up to camp, I will be in camp. I'm excited for the new coach. So said a lot of good things about the team and about the direction the team is going. So Cardinals fans can breathe a little bit easier, I think, knowing Buda Baker is probably not going anywhere. Obviously frustrated, or wants to get some more money, wants a longer guarantee of a term with the team, which I understand. He does have 2 years left on his deal, though, so I understand Monty not just folding on a player that has 2 years left on his contract and wanting an extension already. We can talk extension next year.
Yeah.
Right? So, and Buda looks huge, by the way. He looks huge. I was just like, oh, look, the bro's been in the gym. He looks massive.
I have, I had to double check where I had on my mock 1.0. Me and Alex did the 23-24 mock season, which obviously we'll do as the big NSD group, obviously towards the end of August or something like that. We'll get everybody on and do our predictions. And then that's where I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be like, NSD stand by that right fucking now kind of thing. Which, by the way, Alex, which was the one that you wanted to fucking talk about with me at the beginning of the show? What was that one? What was that one?
Well, I said if you brought it up on the show.
I'll bring it up. What are you talking about?
He's literally bringing it up.
Yeah. What's it? Because I'm fire.
He said, if I'm not mistaken, he said all these dynasty leagues that me, you, Sid, David, all of us are in, he's winning.
Not dynasty, not that redraft. The one that we're doing this year, that's a big old redraft and stuff.
I thought you said the dynasty. That's motherfucker. I am calling you on that.
Well, I was gonna say, I think all of us just flex at NSD 4 right now because we all believe we have a team that could win, and even Sid, I believe at one point was like, I have a team that could win too, and I'm like,
I should have won. I had the best team, and then I got riddled with injuries at week 13.
Yes, you did.
I had the best. I was steamrolling everybody. I wasn't even close.
Which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you made a comment before about you want to be in a league where people will
respond to messages,
trades and messages and stuff like that. And my trade to you is still out there.
I also still don't have notifications on. I didn't even know until today. I didn't even know until today that waivers had started. And I was just like, oh shit, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you were like, can someone?
Because I literally turned off the notification. I traded all my picks, and I was like, "You guys can finish this next month whenever you decide to finish this. I'm out of the draft. I'm turning off notifications to the draft."
It was, it took a while, but I mean,
It took incredibly too long.
Well, the number 2, yes, 4 was not bad. 4
Yeah,
was.
I
not
was
as bad
trying to trade for 2, and that's why I took so long with 1.
and
Because
that's fair.
my pick at 1 would have been potentially different had I known if I was getting 2 or not.
And you had even said in the chat,
Yeah.
I get 24 hours. It just started. I'm fielding offers. This might have to start tomorrow, kind of thing. And we all understood. I was like, buddy, if he's gonna like trade Bijan Robinson, he might just get a fucking package.
No, I was trying to keep 1. At one point, I was trying to trade 1, and then at one point, I was trying to keep 1 and trade for 2.
Oh, I see.
And draft 1 and 2.
Okay. Would you have taken Bijan and then a QB, I'm assuming?
No.
Oh.
I wanted Bijan and I wanted JSN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have Jalen Hurts in that league, bro. I have Hurts and I have Tua because I traded
That's fair.
a bag of nothing for Tua.
Buddy, I've seen.
Yeah, I love when my bag of nothing.
I at least traded Mac Jones. Mine is at least a starting quarterback. I traded Mac Jones. I just think Mac Jones is dog shit.
He is dog
Oh
shit.
my god. It was also quite funny how long that trade that me and Alex just did went for. Like that was being fielded. Like it started with Kadarius Toney from like an offer that I made like months ago, and then just filled into this. And I was like, fine, yeah. Like if you want, listen, I was like, I know the trade value of what because the high side of what Trey Lance can be, and I was like, I'll either keep it and run the risk kind of thing, or I'm going to run the risk with Jimmy G and I'm going to get a package for it. And as soon as I saw like we could even talk Kadarius Toney and a little bit extra, I'm like, okay. And plus, you're going to shut up and not tell anybody about my plan. I'm going
feel
for
like your
Archmatic.
plan's pretty obvious. If
I'm
anyone's
going
fucking
for
outside.
Archmatic in 2026. I'm going to get everybody's first round pick and not give a fuck. That's my plan. Chris will probably be the only person.
I hope he stays for a season.
And I'll
and
I'll tank.
No, you can't. That is a rule now.
See,
that
no,
pick
okay,
would be
you're
taken.
Yeah, I agree with the like avoiding tanking, but to me, the avoiding tanking rules we have is not good.
It's
The players you should have to because you should be allowed to like try and tank, but you shouldn't be allowed to start inactive players, which is what I did.
Yes,
I literally started players that weren't playing.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like. To me, if you can try and tank by not starting your best team, but they have to be active, like playing on
Agreed.
Sunday. You can't start I had fucking Drew Lock as my starting quarterback the whole season. He didn't play a fucking down for the Seattle Seahawks in the regular season. Like you should be at least a starting quarterback. Like whether you be like, hey man, I'll trade and get Mac Jones and let Mac Jones run my team into the fucking ground.
And it was funny because
that's how Jesse does it. You have to start an active team. It doesn't have to be your best team. You have to start an active team.
Well, and that's what it is now because
I thought it was you had to start your best team. Like if you tried to start Mac Jones over Patrick Mahomes, you were gonna get crucified.
No, so like for example,
okay. I misread what you put because I thought you put that like you had to start like you couldn't do anything like that. Like said, start Mac Jones instead of Patrick Mahomes.
No, so like someone if they missed a week kind of thing and they couldn't start their lineup, that kind of falls into the weird category where it's like sucks to be you because you didn't put them in, but then if there is the chance that they had all those points and then they beat the person will be like, well, why did we just switch the points around kind of thing, like what the fuck. So that's why now it is basically you have to put starting players in there kind of thing.
Yeah, it has to be. That's fair. You have to have active players on that are playing in the game. You can have a wide receiver. You can have 3 wide receiver threes starting. Like you can have 3 T Higgins starting, but you can't have like inactive players.
No.
Injured players. Like I had like fucking. Who else did I have in there? I had a couple guys in there that was outlandish. It was outlandish what I was starting every week.
Which is also funny too. I was trying to go back. I couldn't find the one show there where you were like, yeah, I remember when we started up this one dynasty and Andrew fucking kept like track of all these players of a vetoed trade. And then at the end of the season, it was like, by the way, motherfuckers, I was in the finals.
Andrew, what is this 2023 second? Who is it?
What?
On the trade you sent me.
It's the Dalton Kincaid.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting. I like Cole Kmet though.
And I know you do. That's the. And
I've been
I do my
sitting on,
homework.
bro. I've been sitting on him in that league for so long. Like I drafted him in the dynasty draft.
And now I'm allowing. Now I'm want to give him back to you. I would just like to have more targets that Josh Allen has because I have Josh Allen.
Oh, what? No. Hold on. Oh, I thought I read this wrong. I thought I was giving up Cole Kmet.
No, I'm giving you Cole
Kmet. I don't know.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, obviously Chris had just come in and stuff like that halfway through. Chris was golfing and stuff like that. Chris is doing Terribly Toxic with Sid, who is never here because he is
working all the time.
He is working all the time. And
you should see the video though. They hit a Mike Trout 1-of-1 the other day. That was insane. It's a 1-of-1 with it's a piece of the bat where his name is on the bat.
Oh,
it's a shaving of the. It's a sick card, and
the
guys at his work were just fucking it like that. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's sick.
I'll tell him to send the video. I'll tell him to send you guys the video. It was fucking nuts.
We would like to see those too, Sid.
Yeah, we were just talking. It was like after show we were talking about it. He's like, "Oh, you got to see this." Yeah, they pulled a Mike Trout 1-on-1. It was just nuts.
And everybody knows Sid does Squid Rips, which I think he's still doing. I think Ash does more of the jerseys or last.
He hasn't done. They haven't. Neither of them have done really anything in a while, just because Sid's been doing the breaks on loop at work, and so they haven't done anything in a bit. But I think they are still doing it.
This is where maybe us as a group of friends should offer to be like, if you would like to keep running it, we could help possibly. You know what I mean?
I've put the offer out there for him. If he wanted me to do it, I could do it.
Okay.
I just I think no. It's not even that. I think a large part of it is now with him being with the company and everything. I don't know how it would work. I guess, for lack of a better term, from an international standpoint,
that's right. I remember that.
So he's got to kind of figure that out, and that was what he told me. He's like, I got to figure out how this is gonna work, because you guys are Canadian, so he's like, I got to figure out how that's gonna look for basically us to do it on this side of the border.
Yeah, if we just
for his legit end stuff. Yep. So I think that's a large part of the reason why
or we could all just make an office in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah. You think he's leaving Arizona?
Not him. I said us.
Oh, yeah.
He's not leaving Arizona, but we might leave Edmonton. I don't know.
I was joking with him the other day. So when I come down there, I'm going to hit on girls and tell them, I'm going to pay for Tinder so I can start matching in Arizona 2 weeks before I go. Be like, yeah, I'm moving there in a week. And then when I go to fly home, be like, I ain't fucking moving here. Are you nuts? You think I'm paying for healthcare? Are you nuts? You don't want to pay for the doctor? Are you stupid? I'm going home.
How are you not just being like, Ash, where's your teacher fucking friends? Hello.
We had that conversation yesterday.
Are we just?
Oh no, we had that. Okay. That conversation was had already.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Anyway.
By the way, yeah. So again, Sid obviously will be on. We are going to do a show. I said at the beginning of the show as well. In June, we're going to move one of the shows to. I think it's probably going to be a Sunday, or even a Monday. Depends. Whatever will be better for him. Whatever will be better for Chris and Alex and Kyle. We'll get everybody on. We'll do.
I can pretty much make any day work.
Yeah, I know you're pretty flexible with most of your schedules. Alex is usually pretty flexible with
those 2 days. Yeah, I can make anything work really.
Yeah. Until eventually you have to do an overtime shift.
Sunday is preferred.
I know.
I go to bed pretty early during the week because I'm up at 4. So.
That's true. And I was going to say, you have an overtime shift that eventually you'll have to do, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, not yet.
No? Okay. So then, see, we got it. But yeah, Sid is literally the other part of NSD that only gets to show up once in a while. He's literally our unicorn that we have here. And he is on Wednesdays with Chris, which they did their show 2 days ago, and I got to watch about 5 minutes of it, and then I had to go obviously and stuff like that.
Yeah, we just did the AFC North division. so Sid could get his toxicity about the AFC North out right off the rip. And like, I didn't even listen. You guys would not believe me. I just went by the way the divisions are listed on the NFL site. However, I wanted to alternate AFC NFC, and it just so happened to work out that we started with the Steelers division, and the last division we're doing is the NFC West. Like it just so happens, like this is perfect. Sid can fucking go off about how the Steelers are insane, like right off the rip, and I don't have to talk about the Cardinals for the next fucking 8 weeks. So like it's good, man. It's perfect. I could not have planned it better. So this week is NFC North, which I believe Alex is joining us for.
Yep.
And so that'll be fun.
AFC North is Bears and Vikings,
Lions.
Nice.
We can shit on the Lions for a little bit. Actually, I probably am gonna have the Lions winning that division, but
I can't wait.
I haven't looked into the schedule, so I haven't looked at the schedule deep enough yet. So
it's pretty tough.
I actually didn't think I would have the Steelers in second in the division until I looked at the schedule, and I was like, well, the Steelers in second. Makes a lot of sense.
Do like the Steelers schedule.
The Ravens have a tougher schedule, obviously, because they're playing better teams to some degree. But yeah, they have a harder schedule, and like I got the Ravens having not a great start.
I had the Steelers third, but still a playoff team.
I got the Steelers first in the division right now.
So I got them second by a game. But that game is basically like that can go either. So what I said in the show is that can literally go either way because I have the Bengals sweeping the Steelers.
And if I'm not mistaken,
so if any of those games flip, then the Steelers win the division.
And the last game of the Steelers season is against the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Baltimore. It's against
Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a deciding game right there too. Like you could easily knock Baltimore to either like the.
I hate trying to pick divisional games.
I agree. That's why my rule of thumb is usually just split them. But
I think I split them in every single. I think I split them in every single other team except for the Bengals. I'm pretty sure I have the Bengals going 6-0 in the division.
Wow. Oh, that's what I caught. Is where you're like, no, I don't have. Oh yeah, I do have the Bengals, and he's like, that's cute.
I have the Bengals going 6-0 in the division. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't think I have anyone better than.
Oh no, sorry, I have the Bengals losing 1 to Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
I bet you Sid was just like, okay, cool. All right.
I mean, yeah, I
gotta watch the rest of it. I bet you.
The thing is, for me, is both Pittsburgh games are so late in the year. Like that's gonna be where the Bengals really start to heat up.
I also agree.
Right,
and
like,
also
I feel like if there was one earlier in the year, that's where I think that the Steelers might take it to them a bit. But I think that the Bengals are gonna get rolling, and then they're just not gonna stop rolling.
Well, the other thing with the Steelers that I could see them winning the division, but the only thing is did they assemble? Because they did a fucking great job this offseason. I don't think anybody.
You want to hear? Sorry, before I forget. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Before I forget, do you want to hear my actual hot take that nobody picked up on from the AFC North?
Sure.
I have Jacksonville going 4-0 against the AFC North.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't mind that at all.
I got Jacksonville handing L, and L all the way across the board.
I like that.
Well, that was my kind of hot take, and I wasn't even gonna say it. I was like, I wanted to see if anybody picked up on it that I had Jacksonville winning all those games.
I like that actually.
And I was like, I got Jacksonville. Also, like I noticed it after because I also kind of got to keep track. I want to try and stay true, so I'm like keeping track of all of it because I got to be like, what did I have them winning that game?
Look at Alex. Yeah. He's doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I have to So then I was like, oh shit! I'm like, I got Jacksonville going 4-0 in the AFC North. I'm like, well, I mean, that's I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I think Jacksonville's gonna be a fucking good team. I was the only one. It's gonna be so funny when we do the picks this year. And like last year, I was like, Jacksonville, you guys are all like, you're nuts. And then they won. And then I was like, Jacksonville, and you guys are all like, nah. And I went 6 weeks in a row being the only one picked on Jacksonville. And this year, all you guys will be like, oh, Jacksonville's winning. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. I've been on the Jacksonville train for so long.
He was on Jacksonville train last year, and he gets that. I had Giants last year.
Yeah, all year I was like, Jacksonville.
The Eagles get 6 wins, so that negates that, Andrew.
Wait, say that again?
You also had the Eagles to only get 6 wins, so that negates your Giants pick.
Hey, man, there's a lot of people that had a lot of things wrong, Alex.
Didn't you have the Cardinals getting 12 wins?
I did have the Cardinals. We all did not expect the Cardinals.
Yeah, I had the Cardinals with 11 wins. So
yeah, so
this year I got them this year I'm 5, maybe 6.
This year I have the Cardinals with 4 or 5. Yeah.
I just
Right around there.
I want Kyler.
It really depends when Kyler fucking plays.
It absolutely does.
Like
It
so depends, man.
And I
Because
want
like
him to
the
come
roster's
back
not
like
terrible,
Adrian
even without DeAndre Hopkins. The roster's
It's
not
not.
bad. Like it's not.
really not.
It's no playoff team and it's no Super Bowl winning team. But we're not the fucking 0-16 Browns.
No.
Like we're
No.
better than that. Like I think with Kyler in the lineup for the full season, we're an 8-win team. I
That
think
is-
with
yes,
Kyler coming in late.
Yeah.
I think with Kyler coming in late, we could potentially still be an 8-win team. It really depends when the fuck he comes back. I also think Colt McCoy could pull out a couple W's in those first few games. Because we're not playing good teams. Like we're playing teams that also finished in the bottom of their divisions.
I really want to put money down on week 3, just on the Cardinals. Just for the odd chance that they do win, that I could like basket
I stopped
with
betting
friends.
on my own teams a long time ago.
Yeah, buddy.
My own teams just lose me money.
I
The
stopped
Oilers
betting-
lost me a lot of money. The Cardinals have lost me a lot of money. Games I'm like, the Cardinals should absolutely win this. We just get shit on. I'm like, perfect. I'm never betting on this team again.
I won a lot of money on the Bucs when they won the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not betting on the Bucs. You're betting on Tom Brady. That's totally different. If I had Tom Brady and the Cardinals, I'm betting on every single fucking game they play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a
put
fuck.
a significant amount of money when the Bucs played the Rams the year after in the conference final. Yeah. I had a lot of money, so that's why
I picked Tampa Bay to win that game too. Then the Rams went up big, and then when Tom started bringing the comeback, I was like, I'm texting him. I'm like, you guys all are dumb.
Yep.
Who bets against Tom Brady? You're dumb.
Yep.
And then he just about pulled it off.
0 fucking blitz with
Just
Antoine
about pulled it
Winfield
off.
1-on-1 with Cooper Kupp. Like, I understand
And
why
he didn't back
but
up
why.
at first. He bit up, and then Cup ran right by him.
And that's the only reason. But you know what? That's football. I don't
Yep.
sit there like some of the other fans, and I ain't taking no shots at you guys. But there's some of these other fans are like, well, the refs and this, that, and everything else when it comes to like the Rams and the Saints thing. That's a completely different story.
That was brutal. That was fucking brutal. That was egregious.
Those egregious calls.
That was
you can
egregious.
Everyone knew that was pass fucking
that was like
interference.
Jesus, dude. He fucking the ball was 5 yards away and he smacked him.
Yeah.
Like he dropped him like nothing, just boom.
Every
Fuck you,
NFL
bro.
fan, whether you like the Saints or not, was
Dude,
sitting
that
there
was
being
brutal.
like,
Robbed.
"Where's the flag?
Absolutely robbed.
Where's the Rams are just going on?" to
That
the
was
next round.
brutal.
Oh, that was to the Super Bowl, right?
To
That
go
was
to the
Super Bowl. And
yeah.
then that was to the
NFC
worst
championship.
Super Bowl I've ever watched in my entire life.
Alex loves it because it was a defense.
I
like
enjoyed the
defense,
test
but just the game was not like
It was.
I don't
It
even
was
know if it was defense. It was just bad offense.
It was.
It wasn't even like the
Fair.
defense was good, but it wasn't the defense. It wasn't like I'm going to use this for an example. Like I don't know if you guys ever watched the Cardinals Seahawks 6-6 tie game after overtime.
Yep.
That game was two just insane defenses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that was like the Legion of Boom versus the No Fly Zone. Like that was that was an incredible game to watch because like the fucking quarterbacks literally just couldn't do anything. It wasn't that Super Bowl was just two bad offenses. It was brutal offense. They couldn't run the ball. Like there was just no running the ball. Bad pass protection. Bad route running. Like it was just brutal. The defense was good. I'm not shitting on the defenses, but it wasn't like if you love defense, you're gonna love this game. It was kind of like, if you like defense, you'll enjoy it. But like, it was also just shitty offense. It was a boring.
It was absolutely shitty offense. Like I still remember the one Goff had. I think it was Robert Woods right down in the middle of the end zone, overthrew him by like 3 yards.
Yeah, like that's not good defense. That's just a terrible fucking throw.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like that. Like I said, that Cardinals Seahawks game, we got Kurt Warner throwing absolute dimes to Larry Fitzgerald, and you got Cam Chancellor and fucking Earl Thomas are in his face. Like, nope. Sorry, pal. Nope. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then you got Patrick Peterson shutting down Russell Wilson. It's just like nonsense. Like it was incredible lockdown defense on both sides. Like I love that. I'm all for that. You want to have like an absolute like defense versus defense? I'm for it. But when you have like just shitty offense, it just makes a boring football game.
Well, that's why like to throw it out there too. Some of these fans out there being like, "Oh, defenses nowadays because of the offenses they have to go up against." It's like, yeah, but you do understand some of the offenses that they went up against back in the day as well. That's why the Ravens don't get enough, in my opinion, they don't get enough appreciation as they should. The Buccaneers don't get enough appreciation as they should for when it comes to all-time defenses. Even the Legion of Boom, it's starting to get overshadowed, but like the Legion of Boom was feared. Like I was saying, go ahead.
As I said, Legion of Boom shut down like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in the Super Bowl.
One of it was the greatest offense.
Shut down is an understatement.
That's, I mean, I'm just saying shut down like one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play football. Probably the smartest football person on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm going to say like mentally, like the smartest football person on the planet couldn't figure out the Legion of Boom. Only one quarterback walked into Seattle that year and walked out with a W. His name was Carson Palmer.
Yep.
Hell yeah! I was so I was like, this is my Super Bowl. I'm like, we just walked in to the undefeated. It was like the second last game of the year. We walked into the undefeated at home Seattle Seahawks barn and fucking gave it to them.
By the way,
walked them.
The question on Jeopardy today: retired Arizona Cardinal number 40.
Pat Tillman.
There we go. See, and yeah, that would have been quick. Chris would have got that. It was actually like there was like a 3-second pause for that one. I was like, "Really, guys?" And then
I was making sure. I was like, I know Tillman
very
retired.
nice.
That card's sick.
Oh yeah, of course. Chris found you a Pat Tillman, or Sid.
I actually no. I straight up got this in a break.
Oh, did you?
Like Sid pulled this in a break. He was like, "Yo, I bought the Cardinals," and he was like, "Yo," I was like, "What's up? Let's go, dude."
I'm gonna need him.
Most of my cards came from breaks. Only about there's probably like 5 or 6 that Sid Sid went and found this one for me, and only because like I had been looking for it myself. This one.
Nice.
This is a Kyler Murray, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a few that like this one his dad had and sold to me.
Nice.
These ones are all going to get graded.
I was gonna say Sid still got a few of mine to get graded. Like
Did you see this one in the break? This one I got in a break. 3 of 5.
Oh,
because if I'm not mistaken, that's the mosaic, right? Yeah. So the mosaic, that was the same break.
This is Prism. This is Prism.
Prism, yeah.
Mosaic Prism, really? Or maybe I'm just dumb.
No, I think you're just crazy.
Yeah. You can say dumb. It's acceptable.
I said, well, crazy. No, you're just crazy.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't say dumb. Because I don't know a damn thing about half these cards. So like, listen, I'm not gonna call you dumb. I don't know I had to ask Sid what the fucking because I'm sending these off for grading, but I had because you have to like specify what they are, and I had to ask him what this finish was. Yeah, like I was like, I don't know what this is. He's like, it's disco. I'm like, it's not disco. Disco doesn't pop up.
The way that one looks is so me and Alex back in the day bought a blaster when it was around COVID and everybody was getting into it. And we had to pay $90 for a $30 Walmart blaster box, and we were like, whatever. But we got the Jake.
This one's a mosaic.
Yes,
but it's the same. It's the same. Yes. The same effect as that Kurt Warner.
Yeah, and we ended up getting a Jake Fromm that is like a 1 of 5 or something like that, or it was just like really really good card. And we were like, hey, if he ends up being good, not knowing that this beautiful bastard was in there.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're going to be sending that to Sid also to get appraised when I actually put it in a proper container because it's just
I'm sending these to PSA to get graded. So if you want it to get graded, you can throw it in my package.
We will probably do that then. Actually, that's it.
I'm literally like this stack here is all going to get graded probably in the next 2 weeks.
Nice. I don't have...
This one I'm only getting graded because I'm probably going to sell it at some point in time. I'm going to retire on this card.
Oh,
JJ Watt rookie card. If this thing is like it gets like a 9 or higher, I'm retiring on that fucking card. He makes a Hall of Fame. I'll be like, yeah, I got this JJ Watt rookie card, PSA 10. What's up?
I don't know if it's worth to retire with or not, like this guy or not, but it's a fake.
I don't know what those. Oh, I don't know what those were.
This one, no, it's a Gretzky, but I'm pretty sure, like 99%, it's a fake. So I'm never gonna get.
This is the one Sid found me.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I had that card. That's what pisses me off is I had that one back in the day, and I just like it was.
This is a sick card.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fucking sick card.
Where's the one? Oh, there it is.
My favorite one I got is that Hutch one you found.
Yeah.
I freaking love that.
And then Andrew linked the jersey. Let's go.
Oh, wait, me with the Hutch?
I said Andrew linked the jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, but you said him with the Hutch though, right?
Oh, yeah, I got Alex the Hutch. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Sid and me did a trade for the Ben Roethlisberger mini helmet that I randomly fucking got before for this beautiful bastard. Ooh, who's that?
Kyler Murray, man. Who do you
I-
think?
Yeah, I was
Come
gonna say I was
on.
assuming
I saw
Kyler.
the K and I wanted to say
Oh, no.
Kurt for a second, okay?
No, but
So-
I do have. If Sid shipped it this week like he promised he would, which he might not have, I got a Kurt signed mini helmet coming.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that on display with the graded 3 of 5 Kurt Warner.
My goal after the whole next season happens, like this time next year, what I want us to be doing is holding up our graded Connor Bedards that we're all going to retire on.
Yeah, there you go.
I want us
We
all
should
to
be buying every fucking break you see. By
Yep.
Chicago, no matter what it's worth.
I am going every.
I mean, it'll be cool to have the rookie card of the second greatest player to ever play hockey. I guess third best, because
Oh, here we go.
Wayne's still number 1.
I mean Gordy, but sure. Wayne even said it, dude. Like, listen.
Yeah, again,
What's Wayne gonna do? No professional athlete is gonna go on a mic and be like, "Yeah, I'm the greatest I've ever played," except for Michael
not
Jordan,
wrong.
and that's because
You're
Michael
not
Jordan literally had he was the greatest basketball player ever, and he was like,
Scottie
Hold on.
Pippen said about him.
I do that
yesterday or
shit
today.
today was so dumb.
"What did he
Did you?
say?"
Okay, Scottie Pippen. Go ahead, Alex. That is so funny.
It said something along the lines of like Jordan, like LeBron's the greatest because he's been this way his entire career. That Jordan was garbage before him and Rodman and all them got there, and he was just all focused on one-on-one basketball and taking bad shots. And once he learned how to play,
But I
team
saw something like a
basketball,
month ago of like Scotty saying like that, like LeBron wasn't shit.
No, it's give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was just like the way he was talking shit about Jordan today or yesterday or whatever. I was just like, oh my god.
I want to get the exact quote because it was weird. LeBron James will be the greatest statistical player to ever play the game of basketball.
Great
Michael
statistical,
Jordan
yeah.
was a horrible player. Scottie Pippen. Where was the rest of it? Here, give me a second. Yeah,
And it wasn't satire.
no, it's an actual video. Like I'll literally.
Yeah, but he wasn't like joking.
No, he was dead serious.
Yeah, I got you right here now. 1 sec. Got you on the Twitter. Come on, Twitter? If I just put dub, you should know what I mean. Just like when I put loose more, I don't mean the Loose Cannons podcast. Like I love them to death too, but Alex, hello,
Yeah.
he's my guy. What's that? Oh yeah, and then I gotta give respect to this too before we all get out of here. Kyler Murray, if ever wanted to win Chris's heart even more, when they had that video, I believe, of OTAs of the players coming out, and they're like, "Can you name the 4 NHL teams left or whatever?" And one of the guys said Stars, and I think that's all it was. And then Kyler comes up and just Panthers, Stars, Golden Knights, and then he's
Hurricanes.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
boy!
was
I was
good.
like,
Yeah,
all right, he knew. He's
Yep.
shortening it, you know.
Yep. I loved it. I was like, as soon as he said Hurricanes, I was like, listen,
Hurricanes, yeah.
I am getting more respect for Kyler. So
Yeah, that was so good. He's like, shut up. I laughed. So he's like, yo, stop. I got this.
that's
Yeah.
why
Hockey dog.
Yeah.
plan B for next year is
I'm-
if for some odd reason the Arizona Cardinals do decide to go into like the Caleb Williams thing that you were saying there. For some odd reason it goes that way and they say Kyler Murray is available. I would welcome Kyler Murray on the fucking Buccaneers in a heartbeat.
And one thing I'm noticing, I really, really, really think even before last season that Kyler was unhappy with Cliff Kingsbury like for a long time. And I think like this is more my opinion just based on things I've seen in the last little while. I think that because Cliff got paid and then Kyler was demanding money.
Yeah.
So I think Cliff getting paid and getting this extension, Kyler was like, well, fuck this. If this fucking idiot's getting paid, I'm fucking getting paid. I think he was really unhappy with Cliff and with Steve Keim. From what I've read, the players fucking hated Steve Keim as a human being. Like, as a human being, as a GM, as like anything, he was a horrible person. And like, I'm fine with. And I'm noticing now with the new GM, new coach, I'm seeing a different Kyler Murray. I'm seeing the Kyler Murray that like to me, I've always believed he was, but like more active, like even just like more active on Twitter, more active like with the team as far as like from like on a social media aspect, like doing stuff like that. More engaged in like everything, like aside from the football, but like in
It's
everything
almost
else.
as if
It's almost like there's a different person. Well, I mean, maturing, but he's also happy. Like we're seeing a happy Kyler Murray. He's not unhappy, right?
Nope.
Like obviously, like there was probably a maturity factor for sure. I'm not gonna go here and sit here and say that he was the most mature man in the world last year. He's maturing, but he's happy. We're seeing happy Kyler Murray, and I love to see it because it's a change. Like there's this picture here. This is a picture I was trying to find, so I could show you
share
guys.
it.
Yeah.
I was also going to say too, with regard to the maturity thing, not a shot at like all the other people saying he's immature. He's a kid. He's still a kid
fucking younger than me, man, and I'm immature. He's younger than me. Yeah. But yeah, like this is happy Kyler Murray. He's injured. He looks happy, right? This is what we're seeing, and I mean, and that obviously being happy with your workplace reflects in, your performance at work, kind of thing. Xavier Collins also terrible at golf. Golf every day, he says he's horrible.
You know how happy I am at work right now.
But that's what I mean. Like guys who are happy with their work situation perform better, and I do think that he was unhappy with the Cardinals. Not unhappy to a point where he was going to demand a trade or anything like that, but it definitely affected his play.
Something needed to change.
It affected his play. It affected his morale probably. I don't think it necessarily affected the way he conducts himself. I still think he conducted himself like an NFL quarterback. But if you're and also they had talked about previously this offseason that Cliff's offense was ridiculously complicated. Every single route had an option. So people will sit here and go, well, Kyler can't read defense. It's like, how do you read the defense when you don't know what the play is going to be? If every route is an option, you're reading the defense, but you're also trying to figure out, I think AJ Green's going to go this fucking way. And then he goes the other way, and it's just like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? So I think simplifying the offense to just a normal fucking NFL offense and not just this crazy, complicated, trying to reinvent the fucking wheel offense will be good for him. I think this head coach is all about him, and it's good. The team is finally listening to him. He's asked them to draft an offensive lineman for 3 fucking years.
And they drafted.
And then this year, we drafted JPJ, sorry.
Yep.
And
you still, you traded
bro, this is
back.
Kyler, this is happy Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray waited in his car in the parking lot for Paris Johnson Jr. to show up at the facility on his first day.
Fuck.
Yep.
And then got out of his car before anybody could before the cameras, before everybody, and was like, yo, man, what's up? Welcome to the team. He waited. He didn't just be I'll run into him in the facility. No, he sat there. He's like, Paris is going to be here. I'll just chill for a sec. I'm going to wait for Paris.
The great thing for the quarterback and your essentially, probably right tackle, but one of your top tackles.
Yeah, it's
our new franchise, future left tackle. New franchise tackle. This is our guy.
Franchise edge rusher, in my opinion, as well. That's my love for illusion.
Yeah, and he just like I said, he's just more engaged in everything. More engaged on like I said, social media is not a big thing, but it is now in today's day and age. More engaged on social media. He tweeted today about Hopkins. He said good friend, blah blah, all this stuff. He's in the videos. He wants to be more part of the community, which I don't think he was ever not doing before. But it's just I don't know. It's just it seems like a very different person this offseason as opposed to last offseason, and in a good way. So, he's at the Suns games hyping up Booker, stuff like that. Just way more engaged in the desert life.
He's a desert guy, and I like that.
And like I said, I really
think the hate on him needs to slow down. The guy was injured. Again.
Oh, it did slow down because all of a sudden good things were being said about him, and the media doesn't want to talk about it. Barstool Sports wrote a nice article about Kyler Murray, and I just about shit my fucking pants. I was like, did you guys get new management? What is going on here?
Oh no, I was saying all the short jokes went to Bryce Young, so that was part of it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean It is more Bryce Young, but I see when they do like these tier things, I see all the heads down, like just him and Kyler.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
like,
I still love that. I think it's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
On like, and NFL memes does that. Like my favorite is when we beat the Cowboys 2 years ago, and they do the like, "Are you still them boys?" And you just see Kyler Murray's forehead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that shit. But that's original. That's funny. Just being like, "Oh, he's short." I'm like, that's stupid. That's funny. I don't know. I think it's funny. If you can be funny, then go ahead. Be like, call him short.
Of funny, NSD, like I said, we tried to be funny a little bit earlier with the Hollywood Squares. We had some fun.
Lasted
with
12
Jeopardy.
seconds.
I mean,
Sorry
now
about it.
people, no, it's fine. Everybody knows how to play. So next time, everyone's gonna be like, all right, let's see if I can go around the board here and still have some fun and still win this game, kind of thing. So we talked about the DHop situation. We talked about the NHL playoffs. We talked about the NBA playoffs. We didn't get into Dynasty, but we're like 2 hours in here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Friday. We had Chris, we had Alex, we had a couple of guests in Johnny and Ben joining us from the Ben Zone, which they are currently live. And shout out to them for being on. Shout out to you guys for joining on with the NSD tonight as well. And thank you, the fans, for being here tonight. Shout out to ZAGNIF Apparel for being our one and only sponsor, which again, Chris could probably kind of talk about this a little bit. But Squid Rip Cards is associated. Are they not? They're like,
I mean, I advertise them on our show.
okay, and that's
like I just don't know what they're doing. Like I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of action over there lately.
which makes sense. The guy's living his life, like, and I 1,000% get it. So, but yeah, no, for Hoops 15, ZAGNIF Apparel for the shirts, the pants, the rain jackets, everything that they got, guys. Anthony's got you covered there. ZAGNIF Apparel. Hoops 15, use that code word, get that 15% off. We also, like I said, interested in the football cards, check out Squid Rip Cards on Facebook and TikTok. Live breaks daily. That is obviously right now changed.
On hold.
On hold. But like, follow for updates and new breaks and more. They will obviously have more coming down. Check out Sid and Chris, or Chris and Sid, however which way you guys want to put it, on Terribly Toxic on Wednesdays, where they do get toxic. It at some points it's like a nice slow boil or like a nice mellow boil, and then all of a sudden it'd be one comment and it's fucking gone.
And it's
I'm waiting for Wednesday.
It is
always Sid. It's sometimes me, but it's mostly Sid.
Or
Yeah, I'm waiting for Sid to pipe up on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, listen, I'm pretty sure Sid's gonna just like shit on the Lions just for
Oh,
the
yeah.
sake of shitting on the Lions.
Well, that's like when I come on for the NFC South too, where I'm assuming Kyle's probably gonna come on
Either
for
that,
too.
okay, he's either gonna do one of two things. Either gonna shit on the Lions just because you're on, or he's really gonna shit on the Packers.
He'll
Which
probably
I
shit
will
on
join
the
right in on.
I'm
He'll absolutely shit on the Packers.
gonna
But
shit
thank
on
you,
Kirk
everybody.
Cousins because Kirk Cousins is terrible. But
Kirk
that's-
Cousins is. Restoring the Roar on Tuesdays. I think that's like until there's more news, obviously, with the Lions.
Yeah,
I believe.
whenever I have shit to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It's the off season. Same thing with the Maple Box show. I did my one big take. Everybody's been utilizing that. They're big.
I mean, that's why we got this whole division thing. I was like, I'm having a hard time coming up with shit to talk about. So we're like, let's do this.
That's why I was like,
this should carry us. This should carry me right to training camp. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So we got you guys covered here at NSD. Check out all the shows that we got from basically Monday through Monday. Me on Friday with the boys, Alex on Tuesday, Chris and Sid on Wednesday, Kyle and Chris sometimes on Thursday with Off the Boards. Whenever, I mean, they are upset Oiler fans, and I am not making them go on live. Okay, I'm not going to do that to them. But yeah, we got a lot of shows here at NSD. Make sure to tune into us. Hit that dial and get the notifications anytime we go live. Thank you all for being here tonight. Much love. Enjoy your weekend. Take care now. Bye-bye then.